If you are over 70 and you have started taking smaller steps, looking down more often, or feeling like your feet do not lift the way they used to, please pay close attention. Because one of the biggest walking mistakes after 70 does not feel dangerous at first. It feels careful. It feels cautious. It feels like you are protecting yourself. But in reality, this quiet change in the way you walk may be one of the reasons so many older adults begin to lose confidence, avoid stairs, hold on to furniture, and worry about falling in places that used to feel completely normal. I am talking about the senior shuffle, that short, low, careful walking pattern where the feet barely lift from the floor, the steps become smaller, the body leans forward, the eyes stay fixed on the ground, and every rug edge, doorway, sidewalk crack, or pet toy suddenly becomes a threat. And here's the part most people miss. The shuffle usually begins as protection. Maybe you had one close call. Maybe your balance felt uncertain one morning. Maybe your knees felt stiff, your hips felt weaker, or your feet felt less connected to the floor. So your body made a decision without asking you. Take smaller steps. Keep the feet close to the ground. Look down. Move carefully. But the body often mistakes careful for safe. And after 70, that difference matters. Because when your feet stop lifting properly, your body has less time to respond. When your steps get too short, your balance has less room to recover. And when your eyes stay glued to the floor, your posture shifts forward, which can make you feel even more unsteady. So today, here on Built After 50, we are going to walk through a simple, safer, more complete way to reset your walking pattern. Not with expensive equipment, not with a complicated workout, not with a miracle promise. Just one practical walking reset you can begin noticing today. Lift, land, and look ahead. Those three words are important. Lift, land, look ahead. Because safer walking after 70 is not just about where your foot touches the floor. It is about how your whole body prepares for the next step. And if you stay with me until the end, I will give you a simple 5-minute walking check you can do near a wall or kitchen counter to see which part of your walk may need the most attention. This is not about walking fast. It is not about taking giant steps. It is not about pretending your body is 30 years old again. It is about helping your body remember a more stable pattern, one small step at a time. Think of your walking pattern like the foundation of a house. When the foundation is strong, the doors open smoothly, the walls stay steady, and the whole structure feels secure. But if the foundation shifts just a little, everything above it starts to compensate. That is what happens with walking after 70. Your feet are the foundation. Your ankles are the shock absorbers. Your knees and hips are the support beams. Your core is the stabilizer. Your eyes are the navigation system, and your brain is the control center, sending messages every second about where the floor is, where your body is, and how to place the next step. When all of that works together, walking feels automatic. You do not think about it, you just move. But as we age, several things can change at once. Muscles may weaken from sitting more. Joints may become stiffer. Vision may change. Reaction time may slow. Some medications can affect balance. Foot sensation may not be as sharp as before. And fear itself can change the way you move. That last one is important. Fear can shrink your steps. Fear can make you look down constantly. Fear can make you hold your breath while walking. And strangely, fear can make the body move in a way that actually increases the feeling of instability. That is why the goal is not to force yourself to be brave. The goal is to give your body a clearer pattern, a pattern it can trust. The senior shuffle usually has 4 signs. First, the feet stay too close to the ground. Instead of lifting clearly, the foot slides forward. You may hear a soft scraping sound on the floor. You may notice your shoes catching on rugs or thresholds more often. Or someone in your family may say, "Pick up your feet," even though you feel like you already are. Second, the steps become shorter. This can happen so gradually that you do not notice it. A hallway that used to take 12 steps may now take 20. Crossing a parking lot may feel more tiring, not because the distance changed, but because your body is taking more small steps with less rhythm. Third, the body leans forward. The head moves slightly ahead of the chest, the shoulders round, the eyes point down. This may feel safer because you can see the floor, but it can also move your weight forward before your feet are ready to support it. Fourth, the arms stop swinging. Many people do not realize this. When you walk naturally, your arms help balance the movement of your legs. But when you feel cautious, the arms often stiffen or hang still. That makes the walk feel more guarded and less rhythmic. Now, none of this means something is wrong with you. It does not mean you are weak. It does not mean falling is guaranteed. It means your body has developed a protective habit, and habits can be retrained. But they need to be retrained gently. That is why the walking reset is not walk faster. It is not take bigger steps, and it is definitely not push through it. The reset is lift, land, and look ahead. Lift the foot enough so it clears the floor. Land with control, usually through the heel or midfoot, not by slapping the whole foot down. And look ahead enough that your posture stays tall and your brain has time to scan the path before you get there. This is the part many people get backwards. They think safer walking means staring at the floor directly in front of their toes. But your body needs information before you reach the obstacle, not after you are already on top of it. Of course, you should still look for hazards. You should still notice rugs, steps, curbs, cords, uneven sidewalks, and wet surfaces. But if your eyes stay locked straight down the entire time, your head drops, your chest follows, your stride shortens, and your balance system receives a weaker message. So the goal is not never look down. The goal is scan ahead, then step with intention. That one sentence can change the way you think about walking. Scan ahead, step with intention. Now before we go further, do me a small favor. If this is already making sense, tap the like button so this video can reach more adults over 50 who may be quietly struggling with the same thing. And in the comments, tell us your age and where you are watching from. Built After 50 is becoming a community of people who want to stay strong, steady, and independent for as long as possible. Now let us get into the first part of the walking reset. The first part is the lift. We can call this the foot clearance shield because it protects you from one of the most common causes of trips, catching the front of your foot on something small. A rug edge, a doorway strip, a sidewalk crack, a garden hose, a pet toy, even a change from carpet to tile. For a younger person with strong foot clearance and quick reaction time, these things may be minor. But after 70, when the foot travels very close to the floor, even a small obstacle can interrupt the step before the brain has time to correct it. In plain language, your foot needs airspace. Not a dramatic march, not a high knee, just enough lift so your toes are not skimming the floor. Here is a simple way to notice it safely. Stand near a kitchen counter, sturdy chair, or wall. Keep one hand close enough to touch support if needed. Now take one slow step in place. Lift your right foot just enough that the whole foot leaves the floor. Set it down softly. Then lift the left foot. Set it down softly. Do not rush. Do not bounce. Do not lean backward. Just lift, place, lift, place. The goal is to remind your brain that walking begins before the foot lands. It begins with clearing the floor. Most people get this wrong because they try to fix the shuffle by forcing a longer stride. But if the foot still does not lift, a longer stride can make the body feel even less stable. So start with lift. A clear step is safer than a long step. That is the first rule. The second part is the land. We can call this the quiet landing, because your foot should meet the floor with control, not panic. When many adults begin to shuffle, the foot often lands flat, heavy, or uncertain. Sometimes the toes touch first. Sometimes the whole foot slaps down at once. Sometimes the step is so low that the front of the shoe almost drags before the foot lands. That kind of landing gives your brain very little useful information. But a controlled landing sends a clearer message. The floor is here, my weight is shifting, my body is ready for the next step. For many people, a healthy walking pattern begins with the heel touching first, then the weight rolling forward through the foot. But the key word here is comfortable. We are not forcing a hard heel strike. We are not stomping. We are not reaching so far that the body tips backward or forward. We are simply asking the foot to land with awareness. A soft heel to midfoot landing is like placing a cup on a table instead of dropping it. Same cup, same table. Completely different control. Try this slowly near support. Stand tall. Keep your chest relaxed. Look a few steps ahead. Now take one slow step forward. Let the heel or the middle of your foot meet the floor first, softly. Then allow your weight to roll through the foot. Feel the toes gently help you push into the next step. Do this for 5 steps, then stop. Turn carefully, and walk back 5 steps. That is enough to begin noticing the pattern. This is not a workout yet. This is awareness training. And awareness matters because walking is mostly automatic. You do not usually think, lift the foot, place the heel, shift weight, push forward. Your brain handles that for you. But if the automatic pattern has slowly become a shuffle, you need a short period of conscious practice to teach the body a better option. Here is where most people get this wrong. They try to fix the landing by thinking only about the foot. But the foot does not work alone. Your ankle, knee, hip, core, eyes, and arms are all part of the same walking system. That brings us to the third part of the reset. Look ahead. We can call this the navigation signal, because your eyes tell your body what is coming before your feet arrive there. If you have ever walked through a dark room, you know how much vision affects balance. The body becomes cautious. The steps become smaller. The arms stiffen. You move slower, not because your legs suddenly became weak, but because your brain has less information. Now imagine doing a smaller version of that every day by staring straight down at the floor. Many older adults look down because they are trying to be safe. And again, that makes sense. If you have tripped before, if you have felt unsteady, or if you are walking on an uneven path, your brain wants to check every step. But constant downward looking can pull the head forward, round the shoulders, and shorten the stride. It may also reduce your ability to see what is coming several feet ahead. A safer habit is to scan, then step. Scan the path ahead. Notice the rug, the curb, the wet patch, the uneven tile, or the doorway. Then lift your foot and step with intention. Instead of staring at your toes, try looking about a few steps in front of you when the surface is clear. If something looks risky, slow down, look at it, and adjust before you reach it. This gives your brain time, and time is one of the greatest protectors against falls. Not speed, time. Time to notice, time to lift, time to place the foot, time to recover if something feels off. The fourth part is your posture. We can call this the support beam because posture changes how your weight travels through your body. When the head moves forward and the shoulders round, your center of weight can drift ahead of your feet. That may make you feel like you are chasing your balance. The body leans forward, the steps get quicker or shorter, and the feet may not clear the ground well. But when you gently stand taller, your body has more space to move. This does not mean forcing a military posture. You do not need to pull your shoulders back aggressively or stiffen your spine. Instead, think of growing 1 inch taller. Crown of the head gently rising. Chest open but relaxed. Shoulders soft. Belly not held tight but gently active. Arms free enough to swing naturally. That last part matters more than people realize. Your arms are not decorations. They help balance the rhythm of walking. When your right leg moves forward, your left arm naturally moves forward. When your left leg moves forward, your right arm follows. This gentle opposite movement helps your body rotate, stabilize, and keep rhythm. But when people feel nervous about falling, they often freeze their arms. They hold them stiffly at their sides, or they keep both hands raised slightly, ready to grab something. That may feel protective, but it can make walking feel less smooth. So here's a simple cue. Let your arms be awake. Not swinging wildly, not exaggerated, just awake. A small, natural arm swing can help your walking feel less like a guarded shuffle and more like a steady rhythm. Now the fifth part is where everything comes together. We can call it the 5-minute walking reset. This is the simple routine I promised you at the beginning. It is not intense, it is not fancy, and it should always be done in a safe place, near a wall, sturdy chair, or kitchen counter. First, stand tall and take 3 slow breaths. This tells your body you are not rushing. Second, march gently in place for 30 seconds. Not high knees, just enough to remind your feet to lift fully off the floor. Think, clear the floor. Third, walk 10 slow steps forward. With each step, say the pattern in your mind. Lift, land, look ahead. Lift, land, look ahead. Fourth, stop and check your body. Are your shoulders tense? Are your eyes locked on the floor? Are your steps too tiny? Are your feet sliding? No judgment, just notice. Fifth, turn carefully and walk back 10 steps. This time add one more cue. Let the arms move, soft arm swing, quiet landing, eyes scanning ahead. That is 1 round. Do 2 or 3 rounds depending on your comfort and safety. The entire practice can take about 5 minutes, and for many adults over 70, 5 mindful minutes done consistently is far better than 1 hard workout done once and abandoned. Because the body learns through repetition. The nervous system loves reminders, small reminders, clear reminders, repeated reminders. That is how a new walking pattern starts to feel natural again. But I want to be very clear about something. If you have had recent surgery, a recent fall, dizziness, fainting, chest pain, sudden weakness, numbness, new trouble walking, or a medical condition that affects your balance, talk to your doctor or a physical therapist before trying new movement exercises. And if you already use a cane, walker, or other support, do not throw it away because of a video. Support is not failure. Support is protection. The goal is not to look independent. The goal is to stay independent. There is a big difference. A cane used wisely may help you keep walking longer, with more confidence and less fear. A walker used properly may protect you while your strength, balance, or endurance improves. The right support at the right time can be part of aging well. So please do not see this walking reset as a replacement for medical care, physical therapy, or mobility aids. See it as awareness, a way to understand your body better, a way to notice whether you are sliding instead of lifting, a way to feel whether your steps are shrinking, a way to remind your brain and legs that walking can still be practiced, refined, and protected. Now, there is one more reason this matters so much after 70. Walking is not just transportation. Walking is independence. It is the ability to get to the bathroom at night without panic. It is the ability to walk across the kitchen without holding your breath. It is the ability to step outside, check the mail, visit a neighbor, move through a grocery store, go to an appointment, or enjoy time with family without constantly wondering, will my legs hold me? That confidence matters, because once a person becomes afraid of falling, they often start moving less, and when they move less, the legs can become weaker. When the legs become weaker, balance may feel worse. When balance feels worse, fear grows. That cycle can quietly shrink a person's life. Not all at once, little by little. A skipped walk, a chair avoided, a staircase feared, a family outing declined, a store trip postponed, and before long, the world starts feeling smaller. That is why this simple walking reset is not only about the feet. It is about protecting your world, your freedom, your confidence, your daily life. But let us be honest, nobody walks perfectly all the time. You will still have tired days. You will still have stiff mornings. You may still feel more cautious on uneven ground, in bad lighting, on wet pavement, or in crowded places. That is normal. The goal is not perfection. The goal is awareness. Because once you know what to watch for, you can catch the shuffle before it takes over. Here are the small warning signs I want you to notice this week. Do your feet make a scraping sound when you walk? Do you catch your toe on rugs, thresholds, or uneven pavement more than you used to? Do you look straight down most of the time? Do you take very small steps when you feel nervous? Do your arms stay stiff at your sides? Do you feel like you are leaning forward when you walk? Do you avoid walking because you do not trust your balance? If you answered yes to even one or two of these, do not panic. Just use it as information. Your body is telling you where it needs support. And the first support is the pattern. Lift, land, look ahead. Say it slowly. Lift, land, look ahead. This is the phrase I want you to remember the next time you walk across the room. Not fast, not forced, just aware. Lift the foot so it clears the floor. Land with quiet control. Look ahead so your body has time to prepare. And if you need support, use support. Touch the counter, use the handrail. Use the cane or walker your doctor or therapist recommended. Ask someone to walk with you in unfamiliar places. Turn on the lights before walking at night. Remove loose rugs if they are a hazard. Keep cords and clutter out of walking paths. Wear footwear that feels secure. These things are not signs of weakness, they are signs of wisdom. One of the most powerful things you can do after 70 is stop treating safety like embarrassment. Safety is strategy. A person who uses support wisely is not giving up independence. They are protecting it. Now, I want to give you a simple way to practice this during your normal day. You do not need a special time. Choose one daily walking path, maybe from your bed to the bathroom. Maybe from the kitchen to the living room. Maybe from your front door to the mailbox. Maybe one safe hallway in your home. For the next 7 days, make that your walking practice path. Every time you walk that path, slow down slightly and repeat the reset. Lift, land, look ahead. Keep your body tall. Let your arms move naturally. Place each step with intention. That is it. You are not adding a workout. You are upgrading something you already do every day. And that matters, because habits attached to daily life are easier to keep than habits that require a whole new routine. Now, some of you may be thinking, but I have walked this way for years. Can it really change? The honest answer is, it depends on your health, your strength, your balance, your vision, your medications, your joints, and whether there are underlying conditions involved. But the body and brain can often respond to gentle, repeated practice. Even later in life, the nervous system can learn from clear signals. The legs can respond to being used more intentionally. Posture can improve with awareness. Confidence can grow when the body starts to feel more predictable. Not overnight, not magically, but gradually. And gradual progress is still progress. In fact, gradual progress is often the kind that lasts. So here is the full sequence again. First, notice the shuffle. Short steps, low feet, forward lean, eyes down, arms stiff. Second, reset the lift. Make sure your feet are leaving the floor, not sliding across it. Third, reset the landing. Place the foot softly and with control, without stomping or overreaching. Fourth, reset your vision. Scan the path ahead, instead of staring only at your toes. Fifth, reset the rhythm. Stand a little taller, relax the shoulders, and let the arms swing gently. And finally, practice for about 5 minutes in a safe place, near support, using the simple phrase, lift, land, look ahead. That is the complete walking reset. It sounds simple because it is simple, but simple does not mean weak. Simple done daily can be powerful, because when you improve the way you walk, you are not only changing a movement, you are changing how safe you feel in your own body. You are changing how confidently you move through your home. You are changing how willing you are to stay active. And after 70, staying active is one of the most important ways to protect strength, balance, mood, and independence. Now I would love to hear from you. How old are you, and where are you watching from? Also, tell me honestly, have you noticed yourself taking smaller steps, looking down more, or shuffling your feet lately? You do not have to be embarrassed. Many people experience this, and your comment may help another viewer realize they are not alone. If this video helped you, please tap the like button. It helps more seniors find this information. And if you are new here, subscribe to Built After 50 for more calm, research-based health and wellness videos made especially for adults who want to stay strong, steady, and independent as they age. One last important reminder. Everything shared here is for educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for personalized medical advice. If you have fallen recently, feel dizzy, have sudden weakness, numbness, chest pain, vision changes, severe pain, or a medical condition affecting your balance, please speak with your doctor or a qualified physical therapist before changing your walking routine or trying new exercises. Your body deserves care, your confidence deserves protection, and your independence is worth defending one step at a time. So the next time you stand up and walk across the room, remember these 3 words: lift, land, look ahead. That small reset may help you move with more awareness, more control, and more trust in your body. Aging well is not about doing everything perfectly. It is about noticing what has changed, supporting what still works, and making small choices every day that protect your future. Take care of your body, take care of your balance, and keep building your best years after